Hey, comic book lovers, it's 604 Comics here. I've got a review for G.I. Joe issue number 2, part of the IDW relaunch of the G.I. Joe series. Before I go into issue number 2, just wanted to briefly talk about issue number 1. I didn't do a review of this because I didn't get it when it came out. I got this at the end of the month, but basically what has happened in the G.I. Joe world is G.I. Joe is now known to the public, and what this America's doing is they're going to try to make them like this super popular public military figure group team that's going to be the anti-terrorist group that protects America from all the terrorist cells like Cobra. They've been sent on a very, I guess, public mission, their first mission, so that they can capitalize on all the media exposure. What ends up happening is it's supposed to be a routine job. They go to this town and they find out that it's sort of like they're being set up. They've been ambushed and the team's been splintered into 2 different groups, and Duke has been captured by Baroness. In the first issue, we saw Roadblock and his group of guys, and they were trying to survive the attack from the ambush from Worms, who is the people in the town that have taken over, or the town has submitted to Baroness because they were just in a bad way. So they were hoping that if they submit to Baroness, then they'd be able to at least survive. In this issue, we see the other group, which is the females. We got CoverGirl, we have the medic, I forgot the medic's name, and then we also have a journalist who's tagging along. Her name is Hashtag, very Twitter of them. So basically in this issue, it starts off, talks about how the town submitted to Baroness because they were just in bad shape, like I said. And Baroness has pretty much taken over the town, and Duke has been captured. And what Baroness wants Duke to do is admit that you can't really trust the Joes because he says, I, Duke, allowed my loved ones to believe I was dead in order to become a so-called real American hero. I lied to my family and friends, and the government expects you to trust me. So I guess Baroness wants to record this video of Duke admitting that. But the meat and bones of this issue is we see Roadblock. They've rescued one of their team members, Shipwreck, who was injured in the initial attack. And in this issue, we see that CoverGirl and Hashtag, and I still can't remember what her name was, but she's the medic. CoverGirl is a former model, and she has joined the military, so that's interesting. And it's basically, this second half of this issue is about the girls trying to ward off the attack. Obviously, as a model and as a journalist, they haven't really been in combat and they haven't really fought and killed anybody. But in this issue, CoverGirl looks like she's been in the game for a long time. She's got all these awesome moves and she just stabs and beats up people all over the place. So I kind of like her. But then she gets tasered and by the mayor of the town. And something bad's about to happen, but then the journalist kills him. And then we can see that she's feeling immediate remorse. But that's it. That was this issue. It is part 2 of a 5-part story arc called Homefront, I believe it's called. And then in the next issue, I believe it's going to focus more on Duke and Baroness. I haven't read any G.I. Joe comics, but I really liked the first issue and issue number 2. I really liked all the action and all the fighting. I really like that comic, especially if it's this type of genre, the military and good guys versus bad guys. I really like all that action and fighting and killing and shooting and guns and fires and bombs and stuff. So I really liked G.I. Joe. This issue, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. If you haven't read any G.I. Joe stuff, I would recommend checking out this series and at least giving it a 3-issue audition. It's different from superheroes, and it's G.I. Joe. Come on, we all grew up watching G.I. Joe, or at least I did. I'm 604 Comics. Thank you for watching my review for G.I. Joe. And up next is going to be my review of the other G.I. Joe relaunch title, Special Missions. Take care, guys.